for joining me, and today we're going to be making a topiary or set of topiaries. Now for the topiaries, you can use them for a centerpiece just to go on a shelf, or they're great for an entryway table or mantle. And what you'll need first is a base. Usually pots are used, but you can use vases, glass, any kind of container that you actually like to be your base. Now these are clay pots that I got for $1.99 each. They were 50% off at Goodwill, so it was $2 for the pair. And then you'll also need a dowel. This is one single dowel, I just cut it in half. But dowels you can purchase at Home Depot, Lowe's, or Walmart. They should only be about $1, and you can pick from different widths. It just depends on which one you prefer. You'll need brushes or foams. If you don't have those, 99-cent store or Dollar Tree. And you'll need moss or something to cover the base. I don't know if I'm going to use moss or possibly even the little boa stuff. It just depends how this comes out. But moss you can get at 99-cent store or Dollar Tree. You can also get it at Walmart and Michael's, but obviously it's cheaper if you can get it for $1 for a bundle. You're going to need paints so that you can paint your base in your dowels. I usually use the Deco Art, and these little paints are at Michael's, and they're usually $2 to $3 each. And of course you can have a 40 or 50% off coupon, help you out with the price. You'll need your glue gun. You'll need spider web, which this should be at 99-cent store or Dollar Tree, maybe even a little bit cheaper at Walmart. And then spiders. These I got at 69 cents last year at Goodwill. And in order to keep your dowels up, you'll need to use either a plaster, like maybe if you have plaster of Paris, that would work. Or you can also use these. These are little craft foams. I also buy these at Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use a craft foam. It's a little bit easier because since they're tall and kind of awkward to store, you can actually pull them out of the craft foam and collapse them down. It just saves you a little bit of space. So to start this project, you'll first need to paint your bases and your dowels. So for mine, I think I'm going to do a black base, and then my dowels, I think I'm going to do in a silver. So I'll start painting the bases out, and then I'll return to you guys and we'll pick up from there. Got everything painted. Now just remember too, inside your pot, you want to paint about 2 to 2.5 inches in, because you might be able to see some of that. And totally forgot when I was going through the supplies, you need these foams, the foam balls. That's what you make the topiary shape with. So you'll need 2 bigger size, 2 small size. The small size you can get at Dollar Tree, but they only have this and smaller. This is the biggest one. So these bigger ones I had to actually go to Walmart for, and so these were about $3 each. I think a little bit more even. And at Walmart they did have these smaller ones, but these are about $2, so I hit Dollar Tree on the way home just to save a little bit on those. So totally forgot about that in the beginning, sorry. And then for the terracotta and the wooden dowels, it took me no time to dry. Those are both really easy to paint. Of course, if you pick a different material, you're going to run into some possible issues, or you may even need to prime them. And then what you're going to do is take the craft foam, you're going to shove it down into these pots. You may need to sculpt it. If so, you can just take like a edge of scissors or just a knife out of your cupboard, and you're going to squeeze those down in. This one already, this one's actually a little closer to size. And then once you squish those down in there, then you're going to take your dowels and push them through the center. So you're going to center them up so that your topiaries stand nice and straight. If you want to make sure they're absolutely straight, you can also get a level. So first, I'm going to take, where are my scissors? Just need to trim this down a little bit. And you want to trim it to where it's a little bit tight so that you have that push against the sides so that it stays in there. If you don't have a tight fit, you just have a square sitting in there, your dowel is going to have an opportunity to move. Alright, so I've got that squished down inside. Now I'm going to take my dowel and center it up. Push that through my foam. Now if I centered it, yep, see a little foam right there in the center. Alright, so that is one. Now I'm going to take this one, do the same thing. Alright, that looks pretty straight. This one looks pretty straight. So now you're going to do the same thing with these. You're going to take and push it through, centering the ball up. Alright. And then once you have it pushed through, sorry y'all, once you have it pushed through, then you're going to put it at the height that you desire. I think I'm going to do mine there. And then you're going to take the smaller one, do the same thing. But I don't want my smaller one to push all the way through. So I'm going to put my hand up here so I can feel when it's getting pressure on it. There we go. Scooch that up a little bit. Alright. So there is one, the beginnings of one of our topiary. And of course you're going to repeat the same steps on the second one. Look pretty symmetrical to me. Alright, so those are the two topiary shapes. And you just need to clean up any of the excess foam. And then from here, you're going to take spider webbing and wrap the two balls. Alright, all of the webbing's been attached. Now I did end up using greening pins, which again you can get these at Dollar Tree. The webbing actually sticks pretty good to the foam. I just wanted to be a little more tucked up underneath so it would look more rounded. So those are optional. But even though they aren't obviously going to be perfectly round because it's supposed to still be spider webbing, which wouldn't be perfectly round, I just wanted a little bit more structure. So next thing I'm going to do is take the different spiders and I'm just going to attach them with, got a little hitchhiker, I'm just going to attach them randomly around the spider webbing, and you can do that with just a little touch of hot glue. So you're just going to move these out of the way. Alright, you're just going to put a little dab of the hot glue in the center of the spider body. So just like that. And then you're going to press them on. So that's my first spider. And you're just going to continue to do that randomly around the sides and on the top. You can also, to make it a little bit easier, you can take these out and just attach them laying down. So I'm going to clean this area off. I'm going to continue to put my spiders around and then I'll return with you guys in just a few minutes. Alright, here are the two topiaries with the little spiders glued on. You can do more, you can do less, whichever you prefer, of course. And then now, I'm going to put the moss around the bottom, and the moss is going to be some little webbing hanging. The moss is going to be what fills in the bottom of the pot. And for the moss, you just pull it apart and stuff it in like that. And I'll repeat the same with the other side. Alright. So these are great to put on like a mantle or use as a centerpiece or just put in an entryway, but it's actually a fairly easy and cheap project, so it's something that probably is okay for all ages. So again, we have $2, $3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a little thing of plastic spiders, another $1. So $12. The foam would be 13, and moss, if you don't have, would be 14. So a little less than 15 bucks, and they're really cute. You can also put different things. You can use the same concept, and then you could put like skulls or skull totems with skeleton heads or with the full skeleton bodies. Those are pretty cool too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this project, and I will see you next week.